Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Tanu Sehgal and you're watching Innovation Revolution. In this video, we are going to learn about classes, inheritance, object lifecycle, magic method and object oriented language. So let's start the video without wasting any time. Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Tanu Sehgal and you're watching Innovation Revolution. In this video, we are going to learn about object-oriented programming, uh, which includes class, inheritance, magic method, and operator overloading, object lifecycle, data hiding, class and static method properties, and a simple game. And this is Python session 10th. So let's start the video without wasting any time. The first topic of this video is classes. What are classes? We have previously looked at two paradigm of programming, which are imperative and functional. Imperative includes using statements, loops, and functional as subroutines, and functional, which includes using pure function, higher order function, and recursors. So the another various popular paradigm is object oriented programming. Objects are created using classes, which are actually the focal point of object oriented programming. The class describe what the object will be, but in separate from the object itself. In other words, a class can be described as an object blueprint, description, or definition. You can use the same class as a blueprint for creating multiple different objects. Classes are created using the keyword class and an intended block which contain class method. So let me give you the example or yeah, give you the example to show what class look like and how it operate. So class cat, sorry, class cat with colon, and then def function with init, yeah, self. In self we include color and legs, because cat with color and legs. So then self dot color equals to color, then self dot legs equals to legs. Then flex equals to cat which name is ginger, which have 4 legs. Then again rover equals to cat with dog, sorry, dog colored 4 and Stumpy equals to cat with brown with 3. Now let's play this. So as you can see, it did not output the answer, but this code defines a class name which is cat on the upper side of where I write class cat. Yeah. Now this code defines a class named cat which has two attributes, color and leg. Then the class is used to create three separate objects of that class. Okay, which is flex, rover, stumpy. Now the next topic after class is init, init, which I have written in an example def init. The init method is the most important method in a class. This is called whereas instance object of the class is created using the class name as a function. Okay, all method must have self as their first parameter, although it is not explicitly passed. Python adds the self argument to the list for you. You do not need to include it when you call the method. Within a method definition, self refers to the instance calling the method. Instance of a class has attributes which are placed, not placed, which are passed of data associated with them. In this example, cat instance have attribute color and leg. These can be accessed by putting a dot and the attribute named after an instance. In an init method, self attribute can therefore be used to set the initial value of instance attribute. Now the full form of init is the initial value, initial. Okay, now how we run this program. We need to delete this stumpy and rover. Now we have to write print flex dot color. Now it will output the color, which is ginger. The color is ginger. Okay, so in this example, the initial method take two argument and assign them to the object attribution. The initial method is called the class constructor. Okay, now what are methods? Class can have other method defined to add functionality to them. Remember that all methods must have self as their first parameter. These methods are assured using the same dot syntax as attributes. Now let me give you another example of class and their methods. Yeah, class with dog def comma name comma color. With self as initial method have its first perspective name equals to name, then again self dot color equals to color. Then def bark self def bark self with then print fido equals to dog fido. Fido is the name of the dog and brown is the color of dog. Then we have to print Fido's name, print Fido dot name Fido bark. And let's see what the output is. The output is Fido and woof, because we write woof as the bark of the dog. Now classes can also have class attribution created by assigning variable within the body of the classes. These can be accessed either from either from instance of the classes or the class itself. Now how we are going to access the class attribution? By doing this, giving them a variable leg equals to 4. Now instead of Fido dot name we are going to write Fido dot leg. And we are going to delete Fido bark. We are going to write print dog dot legs, and we are going to delete the bark function. Now let's see the result. As you can see the result, we got 4 by 4 means 4 legs of Fido's leg, Fido's print, and the 4 leg for dog. Okay, now class attribution are shared by all instance of the classes. As you can see, I put class attribution leg equals to 4, but did not give exactly what attribution is for what. but it shared the attribution class attribution shared it by instant of classes. Okay, now trying to access an attribution of an instance, it that it that is not defined, because an attribute sorry trying to access an attribution of an instance that is not defined cause an attribution error. This also applied when you call an undefined method. Okay, let me give you the example how an attribute error will be occurred. Now, class rectangle with def width self dot width equals to width, then self dot height equals to height. Rect is the short form of rectangle equals to rectangle, which the value of rectangle is 7 by 8, 7 comma 8. Then we have to print rect dot color. Let's see the output. The output is attribution error. A rectangle object has no attribute which name is color. Why we got an attribute error? Because color is not defined in class attribution or not given in class attribution. This that's how we got an attribute error. You have to define color in initial value. Initial value we have only width and height, but did not have color. That's why we got an attribute error. Okay, now the next topic is inheritance. What is inheritance? Inheritance provide a way to share functionality between classes. Image classes, imagine several classes: cat, dog, rabbit, and so on. Although they may define in some ways, only dog might have the method bark. They are likely to be similar in other. All have attributes like color and name. These similarities can be expressed by making them all inherit from a superclass animal, which contains the shared functionality to inherit a class from other classes. Put the superclass name in parentheses after the class name. Okay, uh, this is a lot of verbal thing, but I will give you an example for an inheritance and a superclass animal. So a class animal with colon def comma name comma color. Self dot name equals to name equals to color, equals to color. And leave it for few seconds. Good news for you that there is only two videos left for uh, Python course. Then we are going to have AI, means artificial intelligence or desktop assistance course, or how I make that thing, and some games. So please subscribe this channel, comment your review about this video or about this channel, and like this video also. So let's again start this process of writing the code. So now class cat. The cat is a new attribution, cat with animal superclass. Yes, we got a superclass animal. Then def pur self with print purr. Then again class with dog and animal superclass. Yeah, def bark self print woof. Then fido, the name of dog, fido comma brown. Then print fido color and fido bark. Now this is how a superclass is used for all or several classes. For several classes like cat, dog, rabbit, we make cat class and dog class. So let's see the output, what we get an out what we get an output. So as you can see, we got brown and woof, because fido.bark, we put a bark function which is self on self, and print woof, we write it. So that's an output. So and a class that inherits from other classes is called a subclass. Now we are talking about subclass, that is a class that inherits from other classes is called subclass. And talking about superclass, a class that is inherited from is called a superclass. If if a class inherits from other with the same attribution or method, override it's it override them. Now giving you an example of that. Class wolf def I int name and color. Self dot name equals to name. Then self dot color equals to color. Then def bark self print grr. Now class dog wolf then def bark with print woof. Husky dog name, the dog name husky equals to dog with max and the color is gray, and husky dot bark. Okay, so let's see the output. As you can see, the output is woof, because we woof we because wolf is the superclass, dog is the subclass. Okay, that's why we got woof, because wolf is superclass which included in subclass, and the output is woof. Then inheritance can also be indirect. One class can inherit from other, and that class can inherit from a third class. Now giving you an example, you can understand from that. Class A def method self print a method. Then class B and A. See, A is a superclass, you can see, and B is a subclass. Now that's how it works. def another underscore method, print b method. Then class C and B. Now for C, B is a superclass. Okay. Then def third underscore method with self and print C method. Then C equals to big C with parenthesis, then C dot method, sorry, small c dot method with parenthesis, and C dot another underscore method with parenthesis, and C dot third method So what is the output? A method, B method, C method. However, circular inheritance is not possible. Okay, circular inheritance is not possible in Python. And the function super is a useful inheritance related function that refers to the parent class. It can be used to find the method with a certain name in an object superclass. Now giving you a example for that, because example make people understand. Class A def spam with self, print 1. Then class B, again A is a superclass in this B, with def span print 2. Super dot spam. Okay, now B dot spam. Now let's see what is the output. The output, as you can see, the output is 2 1. And super dot spam calls the spam method of the superclass. As you can see, it calls a superclass because B include A, which is A is a superclass, but B include it. That's why it first give the output 2, then it give the output 1. Okay, so the next topic is magic method. What are magic methods? As you can see, magic methods are special methods which have double underscore at the beginning and end of their name. They are also known as dunders. So far the only one we have uh, encountered is int, int, but there are several others. They are used to create functionality that cannot be represented as a normal method. One common use of them is operator overloading. This means defining operator for custom classes that allow operators such as plus and multiplication to be used on them. Uh, Let me give you an example. Now, starting with class vector 2D colon with def int self comma x comma y, sorry, y, with self dot x equals to x, then self dot y equals to y. Now again def function. In this def function we are going to means we are going to use a method which is add. Def underscore add self other, yeah. Now we have to return the vector 2D. Now return vector 2D self dot x plus other dot x comma self dot y plus other dot y. Okay. All good. Now first equals to vector 2D underscore sorry, with parenthesis 5, values are 5 and 7. Now second equals to vector 2d with values are 3 comma 9, and now result equals to first and second, first plus second. Now print result dot x and print result dot y. Okay, now let's see what we are going to see the result or okay. Name error, vector 2d is not defined. Let me see. Okay, now let's see the result. As you can see, the result is 8 and 16. Why 8 and why 16? Because if you add self dot x plus other dot x means 5 and 3, the answer is 8, and if you add 9 plus 7, yeah, you will get 16. So that's how the output come. Okay, the add method allow for the definition of a custom behavior of the plus operation in our class. As you can see, it adds the corresponding attributes of the object and return a new object continuing the result. Once it's defined, we can add two objects of the class together. Now more magic methods for common operations are sub means subtraction, mul means multiplication, uh, true div means division, floor div means floor division, mode is module, POW is exponentiation, and is for and XOR is OR, and OR is for OR. Now the expression x plus y is translated into x dot add method, and in parentheses it y. However, if x has not implemented add and x and y are of different type, the y redded is called, the radd function is called. There are equivalent R method for all magic method just mentioned. Now let me give you the example. Now we are going to write class special string. Now we are using special string, okay, with def underscore init with self comma count with self dot cont equals to cont. Okay, now with def underscore true div or division self comma other with line equals to quotation mark equal in between them with multiplication sign, length other dot cont. Then we are going to make the function return quotation marks with side slash n dot join parenthesis, then square bracket. In between square bracket we are going to write self dot cont comma line comma other dot cont. Then we're going to write spam equals to special string with spam in parentheses and curly braces, then hello equal to special string and in between parentheses we are going to write hello world. Then print spam slash other slash hello, and now we are going to see the output. What we get in output, let's see. As you can see, spam and then equals to sign and hello world. The output we get by Python also provides matching method for comprehension. other operators. Okay, now let me give you the example for this also. In this also we are using class special string, and first three lines are going to be same, and the then the next operation we are going to write is def parenthesis, curly underscore, gt for greater than, and then self comma others with colon at the end of it for index in range. Now we are writing a statement that for index in range with len short form of length with other dot count. Plus 1, and at the end of this statement we are going to write colon. Then we are going to write result equals to other dot count with square bracket. In between square bracket we are going to write colon index plus sign and quotation mark with greater than sign, and then plus self dot cont. Then we again write result equals to plus or equals to quotation mark with greater than sign plus other dot with square bracket. In between square bracket we are going to write index colon. Then we are going to write a statement which give us the result, like print parenthesis result. Okay, now what value we are going to write in between this program? Like the first value we are writing spam equals to special string with parenthesis and spam, then again egg with special string and followed by parentheses and curly braces. In between them we are going to write egg spam greater than egg. Now we done with writing the program. Now let's see why we're getting a error here. Okay, there are a lot of mistakes while doing programming, but we have to see whether they are in the statements like def class or the print statement are in lines or in proper line or not, and otherwise it give us error like that. Attribute error, special string object has no attribute con. Where we are, okay, here. See, as you can see, the output is greater than spam, greater than egg, e greater than spam, greater than ggs, like this. It is a program. uh, as you can see, you can define any custom behavior for the overloading operators. Okay, this is how we can write. Now more about magic methods. There are several magic methods for making classes act like containers, like len for length, get get item for indexing, set item for accessing to indexed value, del item for deleting index value, iter for irritation over object. For example, in for loop, continuing for in, uh, continues method for in. Okay, there are many other magic methods that we would not uh, cover in this course, because there are a lot, such as cell, uh, for calling object as function, and int str, and the and other for converting object to built-in type, because this course is for beginners. So a lot of magic methods, if I am going to explain you, it will become a lot bigger video. So I am going to make another course for Python intermediate, okay, then advanced. So wait for that time. Okay, now I will give you an example, a proper program, an example also. Now import random class va value list with colon and def underscore init. A lot of people confuse in int or init. Int is integer and init is a function. Okay, like self comma session10 with self dot container multiply by now VAGUE underscore list equals to regulation or followed by values of a comma c comma d comma e. Now print statement square bracket 2, then again print parenthesis vague list square bracket with 3. Wait a second. Yeah, 3. Now let's see the output. As you can see, the output is 85DE. Okay. You can see the output. We have override the len function for the class vaguelist to return a random number. The indexing function also return a random item in a range for the list beside on the expression. uh, why we get these two 8 and 5 number? Because we have override the len function for the class vaguelist to return a random number, so it give us a random number, that's why. And the indexing function also return a random item in a range from the list based on the expression. The list is a b c d e, and the indexed function give us random item like d and e. That's how function work. Now our next topic is object life cycle. The life cycle of an object is made up of its creation, manipulation, and distraction. The first stage of the life cycle of an object is the definition of the class to which it belongs. The next stage is the in- instantaneous of an in the next stage is the instantaneous of an instance, which init is called. Memory is allocated to store the instance just before this occurs. The new method of the class is called. This is usually overridden only in special cases. After this has happened, the object is ready to use. Other codes and other object can then interact with the object by calling function on it and accessing its attributes. Eventually it will finish being used and can be destroyed afterwards. Now more about object life cycle. When an object is destroyed, the memory allocated to it is freed up and can be used for other purposes. Distraction of an object occurs when its reference count reaches 0. Reference count is the number of variable and other elements that refers to an object. If nothing is referenced to it, nothing can be interact with it, so it can be safely deleted. In some situation, two or more object can be referenced by to be each other only, and therefore can be deleted as well. The del statement reduces the reference count of an object by 1, and this often leads to its deletion. The magic method for the del statement is underscore underscore del underscore underscore. The process of deleting object when they are no longer needed is called garbage collection. In summary, an object reference count increases when it is assigned a new name or placed in a container. The containers are like a tulip, list, or dictionary. The object reference count decreases when it's deleted with dl. Its reference is reassigned or its reference goes out of scope when an object reference count reaches 0. Python automatically deleted. Okay. The low level language like C did do not have this kind of automatic memory management. Only some high level programming languages like Python, one of them is have an automatic memory management, but C did not have. Now, data hiding. What is data hiding? A key part of object oriented programming and encapsulation, which involve packaging of related variables and function into a single easy to use object. An instance of a class. A related concept in is data hiding, which states that implementation details of a class should be hidden, and a clear standard interface by presented for those who wants to use the class. In other programming languages, this is usually done with private methods and attribution, which blocks external access to create to certain methods and attribution in a class. The Python psychologically is slightly different. It is often stated as we are only consisting adult here, meaning that you should not put arbitrary restriction on accessing part of a class. Hence, there are no way of enforcing a method or attribution to strictly private. Okay, Python did not allow you to uh, to enforce a method or attribution to strike private. Okay, however, there are ways to discourage peoples for accessing part of a class, such as by denoting that it is an implementation details and should be used at their own risk. Okay, now about more about data hiding. Weekly private method and attribution have a single underscore at the beginning. This signals that they are private and should not be used by external codes. However, it is mostly only a convention and did not stop external code by accessing them. It's only uh, its only actual effect is that for from module underscore name import into would not import variable that start with a single underscore. Now this is all verbal, but let me give you the example using class. Like class q qui colon def underscore underscore init underscore underscore self, uh, comma container, not container, it contents with colon sign, then again self dot hidden list equals to list content. Then again def function with push self, sorry, push self comma value with underscore, yeah, wait a second, self dot underscore hidden list dot insert comma value. Then again def function pop return self dot underscore hidden list dot pop. In between parentheses it is going to be -1 then again def underscore underscore r e reaper self, then return quotation marks qui parenthesis curly braces dot format self dot underscore hidden list you can also see here over the arrow upwards overriding method in object, and also can see you can see here the error we get, one error we get, alerts 2 and 3 semi alerts and 1 good. That's how it works. Qui equals to qui parenthesis square bracket 1 comma 2 comma 3, and then print QUEUE, then QUEUE dot push 0, then print parenthesis QUEUE then QUEUE dot pop print parenthesis QUEUE, then print QUEUE dot underscore hidden list, and yeah, we done. But why we're getting one error of self? Let's play and see where the error. Name error, name safe is not defined, self is not defined. Why I'm facing an error because of this. So I get the why the error is here. Wait a second. That's why. Let's see the output. What now? Okay. Uh, so the the error are going to become, but the thing is, in this code above, the attribute hidden list is marked as private, but it can still be accessed in the outside code. The REPR magic method is used for string representation of the instance. You can see the error. By this error, you can access that hidden list. Okay. Okay. Now moving on to another data hiding thing, that strongly private methods and attribution have a double underscore at the beginning of their name. This caused their name to be mangled, which means that they cannot be accessed from outside the class. The purpose of this is not to ensure that they are kept private, but to avoid bugging if there are subclasses that have methods or attributes with the same name. Names mangled method can still be accessed externally, but by a different name. The method double underscore private method of name of class spam could be accessed externally using underscore spam double underscore private method. Let me give you the example. Let me give you the example of all this private method with double underscore in front of it, and how to access it by using underscore spam and the name, like class spam sorry, colon with double underscore in front of the method egg equals to 7. Now def print underscore egg with self, shoot, print self dot double underscore egg. Now s equals to spam, then s dot print underscore egg, print s dot underscore spam, then double underscore egg, print s dot double underscore egg. Let's see the output. As I said, the error is going to become, but why? Basically, Python project those members by initial changing the name to include the class name. Like you can see, we can't access the method, but the error which came we can. And also the answer is 7. Why 7? The method egg equals to 7, it is kept private, but the the program we used, underscore spam double underscore egg, it will give the output 7. Okay, now what are class and static method? The next topic is class and static method. First we talk about classes. Class method. Class method of object we have looked at so far are called by an instance of a class, which is then passed to the self parameter of the method. Class method are defined, they are called by a class which is passed to the CLS parameter of the method. A common use of these are factor method, which instantly on instance of a class, usually different parameters than those usually passed to the class constructor. Class method are marked with a class method decorators. Now let me give you the example of this class method. But you can see we are working with class from our I think fourth session. So again we are working, now we are learning what class method actually is. It start with class with, now the the method name rectangle, with def instance comma width comma height. Self dot width equals to width, then self dot height equals to height. Now again def function, def calculation, calculate underscore area with self return dot width into then add the rate class method with def new underscore square with CLS comma side length underscore length return CLS side underscore length side length comma side length then square, new underscore square, and the value is 5 with print square dot calculate. Now let's see the method. Oh, let's see the result. The result is 25. And also new underscore square is a class method and is called on the class rather than on an instance of the class. It return a new object of the class cls. Okay. Technically the parameter self and cls are just uh, conventional. They could be changed to anything else. However, they are universal followed, so it is wise to stick to usually them. Okay. Now the static method. Okay. Now static method are similar to class method, expect they do not receive any additional argument. They are identical to normal function that belongs to a class. They are marked with the static method decorator. Okay. Now let me give you the example. Class pizza with underscore def double underscore init, then double underscore self with toppings, and self dot topping equals to topping. uh, then at the rate static method with def validate underscore topping. Okay, we got error. Okay, if topping equals to pineapple, rise value yeah, value error with parenthesis no pineapple. Else return false. Oh, sorry, return true. Now ingredient equals to square brackets cheese, comma onion, comma spam, with if all pizza dot validate underscore topping I for I in ingredient pizza equals to pizza with ingredient. Okay, all done. Let's check the output. Oh, wait a second. Why would it not get the output? Okay. 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 Okay, no output, no error, and no output. Wow, what a amazing program would write. Okay, static method behave like plain function. Expect for the fact that you can call them from an instant of classes. Now, properties. What are properties? Properties provide a way of customizing access to instant attribution. They are created by putting the property decorator above a method, which means when the instant attribution with the same name as the method is accessed, the method will be called instead. One common use of a property is to make an attribution read only. Okay. Now, same class pizza def int self topping self dot topping equals topping. Instead of static method, we are going to write property pro. Now property uh, uh, def property, instead of validate underscore topping, we are going to write pineapple dot allowed underscore. Then instead of topping, we are going to write self. Okay. Oh, sorry. Then return false. Turn false. Then we are going to delete this all. Instead, from here we're going to write pizza, sorry, pizza equals to pi is pizza, with curly braces, square bracket, mm, cheese, comma, too much cheese with e, okay, then sorry, then tomato, print pizza dot pine apple allowed, then pizza dot pineapple allowed equals to true. Now we also have to delete this. Let's see the output. Again no output. Okay, cannot set attribute error occurred. Yeah, in this program we are going to see an attribute error. Next, some more important thing on property, that properties can also be set by defining getter function, setter and getter function. The setter function states that the corresponding property value, the getter function get the value. Okay, to define a setter you need to use a decorator of the same name as the property, followed by a dot and the setter keyword. The same applied to define getter. Now what how we are going to write, in from here we write self dot underscore pineapple underscore allowed, okay, equals to false. Then here we are going to property pineapple dot allowed, okay, so okay, then instead of return false we are going to write self dot underscore pineapple, pineapple allowed. Then here we are going to write at the rate pineapple allowed dot setter with def pineapple underscore allowed with parenthesis self comma value if value password equals to input, enter the password. Enter the password. Now if password equals to input, not if password double equals to means we are equating the password with SWO SW0 RDF1 SH with this sign. Oh shit. Yeah. Then self dot underscore pineapple allowed equals to value, else raise value error. With the statement we're going to raise alert intruder. Then pizza cheese, okay, print pizza allowed, okay, that's okay. Then at the last we are going to write print pizza dot pineapple allowed. Let's see the output. Enter the password. We now have to enter the password. The password is SW0RDF1 SH and this sign. Now let's enter it. It come true. That's how properties work. And this is our last topic. We have completed the topic, and I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please subscribe this channel, and I meet you in the next video. Okay, goodbye until next time.
I hope you get some interesting knowledge about Python. So start subscribing this channel and liking, sharing, and comment or reviews about this video. And thanks for watching this video.